What's up, guys? This is probably going to be a pretty short little edit today. I just wanted to share everything I got at the junkyard and a little progress I've made in the last few days on this EG hatch. Amidst all this trying to move, and it looks like he's cleared out completely. I don't see anything around. I haven't been inside, but there's nothing outside. So, and it's the last day of the month, so I think I have a week to move all my shit. So, yeah, I probably will not be doing much of this for the next week. I've already put an aluminum radiator in here that I ordered. I guess these are the EK radiator brackets. They're too tall. I already looked up EG brackets. They're like $5 for little cheap ones in any color I want, and you can tell they're a lot shorter. So I'm going to order that little $5 bracket. It's a lot shorter. That I even bent that down a little bit. You can't tell, but I've bent that down, or else it wouldn't even be holding the radiator at all. I bought this radiator fan a while back at the junkyard on a half-off day because it looked brand new. I've actually got 3 of them in total now, but this one, just see how white that fan is. It's not yellowed yet. It looked really new, so I wanted it. I bought it. That's in here. I've got my Exetti clutch master cylinder in here, somewhat installed, and I will be putting the slave on. I've also got an Exetti slave. I think that's all I've done on the car. Yeah, I just shoved that in there, stuck that on there with the fan. It was all here. I fucked up and ordered the radiator hoses. Are all coming from China, so I guess it doesn't matter now that I'm not in a hurry, but we may not see them for another week at all. I won't have any radiator hoses for probably a week, but I'll still, if I get the car together in time, I'll still try to crank the car without any coolant in it, just let it run for a second and die. Not try to bring it to temperature or anything ignorant, but I will still try to crank it without those hoses if they take 3 weeks to get here. I won't let that stop me. Here's everything we got from the junkyard. Alright. This is the transmission, like torsion bracket, and that's all the bolts that hold it on. That's the bolts that hold the mount on. I already had bought the mount and the nut. That's all the hardware I need to put that on. There's a starter, OBD1 starter. I think they're all the same anyway. This is an OBD1 alternator. That didn't matter, they had different clips. Could have got the damn pigtails and wired in my OBD2 one, but I'm just going to use that one. And then here's a B7 distributor, and so I've got the hardware for it and the hardware for this as well. Hardware for that. Try to always bring all the hardware with me in case I don't have it. Actually, you know what, these are probably, didn't know what these were. These are probably the bolts, at least 2 out of the 3 that hold that starter on. Yeah, so I'll have all the hardware that holds all that on. This is the main thing. Oh, the nervous system, the blood flow, the electrical. This is the engine harness for a OBD1. This actually came off an OBD1 VTEC car, so it is a D16 Z6 engine harness. But the VTEC wires are cut out of it, and a few other things, and I'll show you here. They tried to argue with me about buying these injectors. I was like, I'll take these off if you want to make me waste the time. They're junk. And yeah, I'm not doing that. But anyways, here's that whole section. It even was like burnt right here. But yeah, I've got all of that. If I need to replace I'm going to try to just replace the chunk of plastic and then pin out and only solder in on the 2 if I have to. Leave all this wiring the same and replace the plastic connector. Up here is on the back of the intake. This is where he had just hacked off on the Z6 car all of this, and I've got that extra pigtail if I needed it, and there was no pigtail here. It was pulled out, and I didn't get the pins for that. I've got the other pigtail that I found, but it was pretty short, but I'll try to make that work. It's gonna be close. All that looks okay. Somewhere I've got 3 wires cut slap off for VTEC. I don't know exactly where those are. But yeah, here's the distributor wires. And see, that harness was busted. I didn't remember which one of the two was busted, so I got both of them. And that is the one that's busted. So I'll try to just de-pin that, clean it up, and put that back on. I'm also gonna like cut all this and rewrap all of it. Spray it all down, clean it up, electrical cleaner, and rewrap it before it goes on the car. There's like my main power for the harness, and I even took the screw because I didn't know if I had it. Here is the 4 Z6 injectors. Now these little filters in them. I think I got some more of those little risers somewhere. This is what I was talking about. This thing has this, I guess that's the pressure regulator, but I don't know what that is, but it's different. I knew that was different. So I got this rail because this shit is different, and that's mounted differently. So I knew something between that and the pump on the OBD1 car, and I wanted to have the fuel system in the whole OBD1 car. And then here's another line because that one's hacked off. And the bolt, which I don't even need because I ordered a little bolt that has a little fuel pressure gauge right there. It sits directly on top of the filter. There's one of that's the main transmission ground. I don't know if I have it anywhere, so I got it. That is a bracket that I got. That's the throttle cable bracket. This bracket holds the holds this bracket right here, actually, part of the slave cylinder line for the clutch. Just wanted to show you all this real quick. I didn't explain this too well. I'll just throw this in here somewhere. I'm gonna clean this up. This bracket goes somewhere right there. I think it actually mounts like that. Yeah, it mounts like that. And all I've got is this little tiny chunk that would do nothing other than hold on the zip tie for the oxygen sensor. That little bracket just holds a zip tie for the oxygen sensor. I'm almost positive that's all it does. But this is a manual transmission. I don't know, maybe they did something different, just ran a cable all the way over on the EKs or something. But anyways, that goes there. It should fit fine, hopefully. And I need those little mounting points to get this fucking slave cylinder and stuff installed. I was gonna try to install the slave cylinder, realized I didn't have the boot. Could have sworn I had one of those boots. Got one of those boots. It's dirty as hell, gotta clean it up. And then I realized that, yeah, something was off here, and that's what it was. When you put this in, it goes in like this, and something was just not there, and it was this fucking mount. I guess maybe on the EK they just run a long ass braided hose straight from the side of the car down there. I don't know. They just don't have that little chunk of hard line. I haven't looked into it. But that was that situation. I didn't have this bracket on the transmission, or actually I think it is on the transmission, but it doesn't have that. I don't understand why. There's my brand new slave cylinder. This is a brand new harmonic balancer. I didn't have a Woodruff key for it. I found one used. Don't recommend using a used one of these. I'll look it up and see how much they are new, but I do have one. Oh well, it's gonna be torqued really fucking tight. I don't think I'm gonna spin it out. This car's never gonna make over 200 horsepower the way I'll have it. This is a few little E36 things. I'm E36 guy at heart. This is a radio wiring harness adapter, like that plugs into the E36 BMW side, so you can run an aftermarket radio on an E36. This is a pair of the radiator clips that hold the top of the radiator down. These are known to dry rot and break, and these looked really nice, so I got those. This is just a dummy seatbelt clip, and it's actually from my X3, because my X3 dings constantly. If you're like sitting in a parking lot or a drive-through, if you want to like roll through the drive-through with your seatbelt off, you have to listen to it ding. So these are kind of cool to have. you know, for off-road use or whatever. That's just some other crap I pulled out of my box. I don't even know if I got it from any of that or not, but I've got the stuff if I need it. I'll figure out what it is. It might be part of some of that down there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure 2 of those are starter bolts. That's just a nice ground wire I think I found and was like, hey, I'll take that. Yeah, I'm out $126 in cash. Oh, I didn't pay him in cash, but same deal. What is cash these days? And I've got all the stuff I could get used, all the stuff I wanted to get used. I got it all in one trip, like all of it. I'm pretty sure. I might end up needing something different with the throttle body or the intake sensors. I keep saying that, I just don't know. Here, I've got one right here. I've got a whole setup of what I've got. See, this fuel rail doesn't have that big bubble on it, and this little pressure regulator thing's mounted different. That thing, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm just gonna take that off completely. Change this out to the OBD1 style rail, because that seemed like what I needed to do. And then here, I don't know if these 2 sensors will plug up and work with the OBD1 car or not, but I'm gonna try so I can keep this throttle body. And that sensor also I'm gonna try. There was another sensor down here that is completely not anywhere on this. It was, I'm pretty sure, it looked like a intake air temp, like it was just a little sensor that plugged in right down here on the Z6 manifold. But people do this conversion all the time, so there's some way you can get that sensor and tap that in. But either way, I'm gonna try to keep this throttle body definitely running one of these manifolds, and see, like maybe that's that sensor and it's just on a thing. I've got one off on a thing, maybe that's the same thing. Fuck, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But anyways, get to the point. I was going to have to pay an extra $60 to pull all that Z6 shit and have the whole this in Z6. I didn't want to do that. I just got the rails and injectors that I knew I needed, and if I need all these sensors, I think I can buy every single one of them brand new, and or just buy the Z6 throttle body alone and then get the other sensors brand new that I need and attach them or change them out however I need that way, and not have given that guy almost $100 bill for a Z6 manifold complete that I didn't need at all, with a bunch of used sensors and throttle body that I possibly didn't even need to have or run. I might can run this throttle body, I might can run half these sensors, I don't fucking know. I haven't tried to plug them in, haven't looked it up. I'll figure it all out. Now I've got it all laying here. You know, this is shit I'll order off the internet, or like I said, I might just need a throttle body. We'll figure it out. It's all here. It's fucking Honda. It's Legos. And I've got all the motherfucking parts. We've got extra parts. It's gonna happen. But I just wanted to show y'all where I was at with it. I was tired of shit last night. Just went straight home. Just got up here and unloaded all those used parts. But yeah, that was my haul from the yard. Not these 2 things, obviously. That's just a couple of things that came in already. $126 down, an hour-and-a-half trip to Shreveport, a whole day driving back and forth between junkyards in the rain. Wasn't too terrible, and I'm a hell of a lot closer, a fucking hell of a lot closer to this car running. I think I've got everything I need to at least make it run. Might throw some stupid intake codes, but if I get the distributor on it and the starter on it, I can crank it, it should run. Get the fuel system going. It'll run, throw some codes maybe, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get it to run. We'll figure the rest of this out. Can't be that hard. I just need to spend fucking 15 minutes on the internet, really, probably, figuring it out. It's that simple with these Hondas. Just haven't done it. But I got all the parts I need now, that's the main thing. And I'm pretty sure I'll be moving shops, so you probably won't see much more of this at all. I might end up figuring all this out and putting half of it together by the time you see the car again. But yeah, that's where I'm at. This is what I've got. I'm looking here at my VTEC. See, I've got the VTEC solenoid. It's got one wire. I think it's a pressure switch, or one of the two is a pressure switch, and one of the two is a solenoid. I guess to make sure it's got pressure, and then to activate the solenoid for it to function as long as it has pressure. Yeah, I've got those pigtails and those wires, so I can wire that in. I've got another one of that pigtail too if I need it. Yeah, but I should be able to get this whole wiring harness done. I might do a little lapse one day this week of me tearing this harness down, just for you wiring nerds. I'm gonna cut all this apart. I'm gonna solder in everything else I think I need once I look it all up and get it all right. And all of that stuff I'm gonna degrease the hell out of and probably like VHT wrinkle black paint it, everything that I can. I'm gonna order a new rotor and cap for that from Summit Racing because they're clear, you know, they look cool. You can see the spark inside or whatever. Honda stuff, cool. Yeah, this is it, guys. I've got to go get into some other shit today. Figure this whole move situation out. I'm not gonna film much of that probably. It's fucking boring. It's just happening. I'll film when I start getting settled in and anything else I do with this. But other than that, I might just disappear for a few days. Later. Thanks for watching.